Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to go over how you can supercharge your buttons using custom CSS. These are 4 buttons that I've made recently. We can now use the active state, so when we click we get a nice little effect that makes it look like you're actually clicking a button. On this one I've got the 4 rounded corners. We've got a gradient move to give a nice effect and a wobble. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I've created this effect. There are a few things that I do want to mention first about the CSS with buttons. You can't use the focus CSS setting. If we were to add a style button and now we'll turn on coding so we can access the CSS file. Click on CSS, we can get rid of that. Now, if we click on the button, we can see what classes are already available. Because we're just doing it to this one button, for the minute, I'm just going to select the dot button. Then if we go here and put dot focus, and what this means is that when a keyboard user has targeted the button using the tab or the buttons being clicked and focused upon, these styles get applied. So if we put an outline, but I'm going to do dashed, and we're going to do green, let's say 3 pixels, and I'm going to give this outline an offset of 10 pixels so we can really see the difference. Now if we go into preview mode and we click on the tab key, we see our green outline, but we've also got the blue outline, and unfortunately you can't do anything about that because of how Wix is set up. So I think in general you're probably better off avoiding using the outline options on CSS. I suppose you could always, if you went for the same blue colour that it's using and solid, and maybe just a small offset, so you could have 2 lines around it when it's focused, would work instead a little bit to give a nice darker line. Or we could maybe up that to 4 instead. So you can have like a double line around it instead, but I think, to be honest, you're probably better off not using the focus options for the CSS. To make the clickable button, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click that button again to bring back the class. And doing it this way, this means this would actually apply on every single button on the site. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to give this some box shadow. I'm going to copy and paste the box shadow over. This is one of the other advantages of using CSS. You can make layered shadows using a generator, and then you can just paste them in instead of, oh, I forgot I need to first of all write box shadow. There we go. And you can just paste this in from whatever generator you've decided to use to create nice layered effects. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to target the button again, but this time we're going to use the active option, and this basically means that whenever this button is being pressed, this class information will apply. So I'm going to copy this box shadow over again, and we will paste this straight in here. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to click there. If you hold Alt and click, you'll get another line, so you can type on all the lines in one go. And then we're going to set this to inset. And what that does is that will now take the shadow from the outside and set it onto the inside of the button. So if we close that and click preview, now we'll hover over and click. Oh, why is that not working? Let's try a refresh quickly. Right, let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, we had to do a refresh there because it was putting it into the focus state on click, because I had tabbed onto it recently without refreshing. And that's how you create this effect. I actually found on my one that this bottom shadow here just kind of made it a little bit too much shadow into the button, so I deleted that so the shadow wasn't quite so into the button, which I think gives it a bit of a nicer effect. I will be posting a couple of other videos showing how to create some other button effects, like the gradient moving buttons and a few others that I come up with. I hope you've find this video useful. Thank you for watching.